live. Let's give this thing about 5 minutes to warm up and see if anybody shows up this evening. It's another beautiful evening in southeast Illinois. We are under a heat dome. I can't get outside to see the sunset yet. Oh, it's been an interesting few weeks this July. So we're just going to go on here and see what everybody else is up to. So much happening. I'm sorry I can't hold the phone as steady as I used to. Apparently I have pinched a nerve that leads to my wrist and lost some of the functionality in my hand. And good evening, or good morning, or good day to whoever it was who just logged in and disappeared. Yeah, it's going to be one of those nights. We'll see how many trolls show up and if anybody regular comes aboard. It's been a while. A lot of news and politics this past couple of days. Oy vey. Oy vey. The thing that gets me is that everybody seems to want to see the Epstein files and to hear Ghislaine Maxwell's testimony, which I find really, really a sorry state of affairs. And Flangover says hi. Hi, Flav. Yeah, here you go. And so does Maria. And Danny Sports. And yeah, thanks for subbing, Danny. We always appreciate that. And Ding Dong Ditchers say hi. Yeah. So what's going on with you folks? What's going on out in the world this evening? And Isabella says hi. Hi, Iz. And so does Maria. Oh, Maria says she likes the video. Thank you. We always appreciate that. Remember, I talk a lot, but these are really about you. Really. I mean, if it wasn't for you guys, I'm just a crazy old guy talking into a cell phone. Okay. And Ding Dong wants to know, how was my day? Well, yeah, it was just another day. So nothing exciting happening here. And London says, hi, I'm really good. How about you? Well, we're still here. Sorry to disappoint everybody. And James says hi. And Danny's got Raisin Cane's. Yeah. And I'm trying to think. That's I want to say that's a chain restaurant, if I remember right. And London also likes the video. Thank you. We always appreciate the likes. It's always a big encouragement. Remember, it's you guys that make this possible, so really they're likes for you. And Maria wants to know what's my favorite color. Oh gosh, I think I went through this once. Gee, that's a tough call. Depends on what it's on. And James is subscribed. Thank you very much, James. We always appreciate that. And Zuzu says hi. Hi, Zuzu. How are you doing? And Danny says he's a biggie. And Johnny Cass said, we lost Hulk Hogan today. Yes, we did. That was kind of a shock, wasn't it? Wow. Yeah. Hoy. But life goes on. And London says, what do you like to do in your life? Oh boy. I could get real philosophical real quick. But eating is good. Spending time with you guys is always great. And Zulu asks, can you buy me a Sonic plush? No, I'm afraid I can't. Sorry about that, but maybe somebody else can. You never know. Just remember, have a positive attitude. And Maria says that Danny is a big back. And Johnny mentions that Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan are in heaven now. Yep. Yeah. And so are you, Johnny. Because his handle is Johnny Cash 71 understrike lowercase cs. And James also has put a like up for the stream. Thank you very much, Jane. And it's the Frog says hi. And Minimus Jeff says, I would love to donate $100, but my mom won't let me. Don't sweat it, kid. We're not in this for the bucks. You know, this is just for fun. All right? You know, I don't want money from you guys. You know, just you guys texting or chatting and everything. That's all the contribution we need here. Really. And yeah, it's probably a good idea your mom doesn't let you donate $100. And London has put up a couple of emojis. Let me take a look here, see what they are. There's a smiley face with a halo, blue halo, and another smiley face. And Johnny says that I am not in heaven, I am on earth again. Well, yeah, you and Elvis. You know, we have to wonder if Elvis ever really left. And Hattie says, hi, bro. Hi, Hattie. How are you doing? And Dog Dude 27 says, thanks, you're awesome. Well, gee whiz. That must have been for somebody else, Dog Dude, because simply put, I'm not that awesome. It's you guys that are great. And Kenneth Carmeet says, you a cool dude. Right. No, you are the cool dudes and dudettes out there. You know, I'm nobody, really. And yeah, and Johnny Cash is definitely living reincarnation here. He says that I've been reincarnated on March 7, 2008 after I died in September 2003 of type 2 diabetes. And Kennesar Car Meets says we host car meets in Atlanta. And Dog Dude says, nah, you really are, man. Honestly, you're one of the few people that do this for fun, not just for money. I think that's real cool of you. Well, yeah. Well, you know, it just, how can I put it? You know, it's just something I can't bring myself. I mean, even if I wanted to, I couldn't charge for this. It just doesn't work that way. You know, if I can make everybody smile and have a good time, you know, and get along, well, then that's great. You know, why should I charge for it? You know, can't I just give it away? So there, you know. All right. And Hattie wants to know if I can talk about deep experience. No, we don't have time. Johnny Cash has redacted a couple of messages. And now he says that the reincarnation cycle is a loop for me now. And Dog Dude says, oh, I want you to know I am smiling right now. There you go. Me too. I think you can see that, even though I haven't shaved in a few weeks. Okay. And London says, you're such a great man. Oh, no. Really, I'm not. Really, I'm not. You know, how can I put it? You have to look far above me, you know, as in, you know, to the heavenly kingdom and our Lord, you know, before you run into, you know, the great people that inspire me. I'm just an empty vessel, I'm just sitting here taking up time, space, and gravity. So, Dog Dude wants to know, what do you talk about on this channel? Well, pretty much anything you like. We can talk about music. We can talk about weather. Just, be respectful. And remember, just like I say, it's not about me or specifically about you. Remember, there are people from around the world of all ages who tune into these things. And it's basically, talking about learning how to get along. Tell us funny stories about what's happened to you in your life. It's always good to laugh about ourselves, because simply put, humans are funny characters, aren't we? So, yeah. And Hattie, I got to look back here. Give me just a second, folks. Hattie still wants to know about deep experience. Hattie, I'm 63 years old. You won't hear my deep experiences. Oh my gosh. Having a hot dog. Eating. Those are deep experiences for me. Think about that. Yeah. And Dog Dude says, I'll subscribe for you, man. I hope you have a great night. Well, you too. You too. I hope you do too. And, if you're shoving off here, as I always say, good luck, Godspeed. And we sure hope to see you around town sometime. And Hattie says, I'm from Iran. We were in war. Yeah. Yeah. Oi. My prayers are with you. They really are. They really are. How can I put it? You want to talk about deep experience? Yeah. 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 You guys, yeah. Let's just say that my prayers are with you as they are with everyone. Not all Americans think of you the same way. Please understand that. And I know that not all Iranians think of Americans the same way either. But you got to mind your P's and Q's right now. We got to hold on to a desire for peace and understanding and for compassion between both the peoples, between the peoples of Iran and the people of the United States. There's so much that divides us, but we need to focus on what we have in common. We're people. We have hopes and dreams, just like everybody else. We all have a purpose under heaven. And if we work towards love and peace and kindness and respect, then we serve God's purpose, I would like to think. So, yeah. And, yeah. And Oscar N says hello. Hi, Oscar. And, yeah. And Hadi agrees with me. That's good. Yeah. And you have a good day, Hadi. I know your day is just beginning. Be mindful, stay safe, good luck and Godspeed. Hope to see you around town. Yeah. Well, let me get this thing fired back up. Went out, so. Oh, it's starting getting a little darker here. We've got a bit of an overcast going on, so really the sunset probably wouldn't have been that great anyway, even if I had been able to make it out. So, and again, thank you everyone for the likes. And remember, it's all of you who deserve those likes, not me. I mean, I just press a button and come online and yak for a little bit. It's you guys that give me something. You guys give me something. That's it. So really, those likes are for you, each other. Me? Well, I'm just holding the smartphone, talking and, reading your chat. And that's what it's all about here. It's real simple. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we got one person left on here who's monitoring. Would you like to chime in and enter something into the chat? And it's okay to be shy too. If you're not comfortable with that, that's okay. You can just hang around and wait and see if somebody else joins in. Nothing wrong with that, is there? Now, hopefully I won't fumble and drop this thing. Like I said, I seem to have picked up some sort of weakness in my left arm and wrist. I think it's called Warrenberg syndrome. I can't quite recall. And believe it or not, it can be caused by wearing a wristwatch too tightly. I guess that could also include things like Apple Watches and the stuff you kids wear nowadays, right? But simply put, there's a nerve that goes down on the inside of your arm and passes under the skin, not that deep under it, as it approaches your wrist. And if you irritate that nerve, your wrist and your hand can go limp. And it can take up to 8 months of therapy to regain it. But there are some times that you don't regain it and then you have to go for surgery. And in my current situation, that's not an option. It's just the way it is. So we do the best we can. And Danny Sports says hi. Hey, Dan. How you doing? Yeah. What's going on in your world? Danny says, nothing. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Where are you at, Dan? Oh, he just had a hockey game. Really? Now I'm curious. Do you put mustard and relish on those? In Chicago, you don't put ketchup on much of anything. With us, it's mustard, relish, maybe some sport peppers. But I always wondered what you put on a hockey game. I wonder if he's going to get that. I just had a hot dog. He just had a hockey game. I didn't know you could eat a hockey game. So, how'd you make out in the hockey game, Dan? He got it. Yeah, how'd you make out in the hockey game? And he won! Fantastic. Who do you play for? And Dan plays on the West Warwick Saints. Okay, now clue me in. I'm down here in Southeast Illinois and I don't know much. Where do the West Warwick Saints call home? The home ice. Unless, of course, it was field hockey, then it would be the home field, wouldn't it? Yep. Is it field hockey? You know, that's a good question. I just now thought of that. So is it field hockey or are you playing on ice? And Annie says it's the Saints hockey rink. Okay, well, it might be something I have to look up later. It's ice hockey. Thank heavens. At least you're staying cool out there, and you're a lot cooler than I am, trust me. And you can take that about 9 ways to Sunday, too. So what was the final score, Dan? Danny's laughing. 12-3. Ooh, you trounced them. Ouch. You left them smarting. Who was the opposition? Yeah, Danny agrees. They did trounce them. Cranston West. Okay. What'd their record look like? Are you guys just getting started or playing for fun? I mean, we're all supposed to be playing for fun, aren't we? I mean, after all, I'm a Cub fan. We don't care if we win or lose. We just want to see a ball game. Oh. Just getting started. Yep, just getting warmed up. Of course, you get warmed up too much, the ice melts, and next thing you know, you're doing Olympic swimming. Okay, so, yeah, okay. Yeah, things are starting to get warmed up for fall. A couple of friends of mine are involved in band camp. Yeah. They're into the marching band thing. It's always fun. Yeah. So what position you play? I'm just watching the chat messages come up. If he doesn't type something in pretty quick, I'm going to start talking about my hockey aspirations. Oh my God. Oh heavens. See, back in the day, in the early 1970s, of course, in Los Angeles at that time, before we left California, there was Los Angeles, the Kings. And then as we got back closer to Chicago, it's the Blackhawks. It had to be the Blackhawks. And boy, I can remember sitting in front of a black and white TV, little one, not a big one, and Mom and I watching the Blackhawks play, and you like had 3 channels back then. This is suburban Chicago. You had 3 channels that you could pick up. And, if you could catch the hawks, it was fantastic. And I remember it had to be, the winter of 71 or 72, something like that. That Mom bought my older sister and I both ice skates. And I remember she got my older sister a pair of white figure skates, and she bought me a pair of black hockey skates. See, the funny thing was that Mom didn't want me to play for a team. She wanted me to be a referee. Yeah. And I can remember going out and ice skating when I was a kid in countryside Illinois. At Ideal School, there was a couple of tennis courts, and they had a raised curbing around the outside of the tennis courts, which meant that when we got a lot of rain, of course they flooded. And then, and hi, Philippe. We just got into a story about me and ice hockey. I'll make it quick, okay? I'll try and make it quick, okay? So anyway, they had this kind of a little berm type of a raised curbing around the tennis court. And when it rained, it'd flood, right? But in the wintertime, they would take and put sandbags over the drains and deliberately flood it, and we'd have a hockey rink. And I can remember trudging through all the lake effect snow to get over there and to skate. Well, of course, it was kind of tough because all the big kids were out there playing hockey, and I wasn't that big. But I did get to skate a little. So, yeah. And, so that's pretty much the big ice skating story in hockey for now. But it was a lot of fun when I did it. And Philippe has typed in my Brazil. Oh, wait, Philippe. Don't run off so quick. Was just curious, where in Brazil are you? I'll see if he comes back. And it looks like we just picked up another like, too. Thank you. We, meaning all of you out there, and I appreciate that. Because if it wasn't for the likes, well, then there's not much encouragement to do this type of a thing. And like I said, this is about you all. Not so much about me. I just read what comes up in the chat, kick in my 2 cents worth, and the games roll on. Well, gee whiz, Philippe. Sorry to see you have to go. But thanks for joining us this evening. Hope you come back around sometime. Of course, I'm kind of irregular about these things, but yeah, thanks for contributing. It's nice to see somebody come aboard from Brazil. So good luck and Godspeed. Take care of yourself, all right? We'll see you around town. And Majid says hi. Hi, Majid. How are you doing? Oh, excuse me. My hand is getting a little bit crampy. I have to change the thing around here a little bit. Oh, and I'm afraid I'm going to drop it. And again, thank you for the likes. We really appreciate that here. We really do. They mean a lot. So, Majid, what time is it where you are? And Alex has come aboard. Hello, Alex. How about you? What time is it where you are? And he says it's 8:51. Is that AM or PM? It's here 8:51, which means he's if it's PM, he's an hour ahead of me. If it's AM, he's 13 hours ahead of me. Said PM, so you're somewhere in the Eastern time zone. Yeah. How are you doing with the heat out there? I know that the heat dome's moving your way, if you're not under it already. It's been real fun here. And Alex says, let me see here. I got to take a closer look at the little emoji thing he's put up. And it looks like a blue thing with tea. Yep. So I suppose the heat's your cup of tea then. Oh, I would like to think. And now he's put up another thing. Looks like a box of popcorn. Oh, wow. So is it movies tonight? Tea and popcorn. I've never tried that combination. I used to eat so much popcorn. Oh, I loved popcorn. Still do. I just can't have a lot of it. So it's down to one, it looks like, who's actually watching. Don't know if it's Alex or somebody else, and it looks like they've dropped off. Which is not always a bad thing. Because whenever that happens, I'd like to think that people are together with their other friends, in real life, IRL. Or, if they're not with their real friends, they're communicating with them and drawing close to them and sharing companionship for real. That's always wonderful. And I think with that, and the fact that we've been on here for a little over a half an hour, and to be honest, kids, my butt is getting sore from sitting and I can't stand real well. I'm going to go ahead and, bring this thing to a close. But before I go, sincerely, thank you all for coming aboard this evening. It's always wonderful to share time with you and to check in with you and to share a nice evening. And it means a lot to me. And I know it means a lot to everybody else who chimes in on the chat or just simply comes aboard and takes a look. Even if they don't, log in. That's okay too. We're all subjects in a great heavenly kingdom that can extend here on earth. And, some of us are more interesting subjects than others. And that's okay. And, it's all right. So, as I always say, wherever you are out there, my prayers go with you. I know that things aren't always happy, happy, joy, joy everywhere. I know there's a lot of suffering in the world. We should pray for an end to that suffering. We should work towards it. even if all we can do is offer prayers. And we can do something about it. We can try to be mindful and considerate of those closest to us, our families, friends, and neighbors, and learn to appreciate one another, and our lives, because heavens to Murgatroyd, they're so short. So, please be respectful of one another. Celebrate the happiness that happens. Try to seek contentment. Pray for the better world yet to come, because it will. Be kind and gentle and respectful of one another. And remember, it's okay to share a joke or a chuckle as long as it's not putting anybody else down. And, it's okay to think about yourself and all those funny things that we've done ourselves. In all things, there's opportunity to share in sharing. In all things, there's opportunity in sharing. So let's try to make the best of what we share. And let's just try to share the best. And learn to love each other. Have compassion. And work for something greater that serves God than just what we can do by ourselves. So, that's going to be it, folks. This was your buddy Bruno Biava. Thanks again for coming aboard. Good luck. Godspeed. And I really do hope to see you around town someday.